Live from LoMa Studios, it's LoMa Afternoons with your host, Cole Leonard and Claire Hennessy.
Good afternoon, students, faculty, and community members. Bet your sweet Bippy I'm back. I'm your host, Cole Leonard.
And I'm your co-host, Claire Hennessy. We are back with more exciting happenings around the school.
You know, book fair was last week.
Oh, yeah. What about it?
It's awesome, and I bet you Mux went and coped some of them books.
Wait, speaking of Mux, isn't she in charge of leadership?
I think she is, yeah.
Here we have Dylan with Mux to talk about leadership and what they do around the school.
Dylan Ovey here with Miss Muxfeldt and leadership members Jack Strait, McKenna Whitty, Brooklyn Hanlon. What is leadership and what are some activities you do?
This summer we went to Atlantic, Iowa. We waterproofed benches and picnic tables, and we cleared walking trails around the park, and we also swam and did a bunch of fun things like that.
What does it take for you guys to be in leadership?
You have to communicate with other junior high students and be aware if anyone's getting bullied and stand up for them.
How long have you been in charge of leadership?
I have been part of Leadership Academy for over 20 years, and Leadership Academy is when 7th graders going into 8th grade are given the opportunity to apply to go to a day camp in Atlantic, Iowa with Betsy Kill and myself. They fill out applications and are nominated by various school members, going from janitors, custodial staff, to secretaries and educators. And they are selected based upon questions that they answer and recommendations from various adults. And they are selected just on various qualities that they share throughout their experiences and voted upon. And it is an awesome experience for all sorts of kids. It's scaring me the most, with an air horn, of course. And we have fun going to movies and various social activities, dances. We have a dance coming up in the next couple of weeks, which I always look forward to. Watching everybody bust a move is fun. I enjoy watching the leadership kids grow throughout the school year and kind of looking out for each other and paying attention to the various things that happen. Sometimes as educators, we don't see everything that goes on outside of our classrooms, and the kids always have a pretty alert eye and ears about what's happening in the lunchroom and in the locker rooms and things, and they kind of keep us kind of informed on things that we need to be a little more aware of, which is very helpful in making our school run a little smoother. How
does a student apply for leadership?
They have to get an application and then answer various questions and find an adult that will write a recommendation for them, and then they just turn it in, and then we go to a committee and they vote.
Thanks, Dylan. That was very informative.
You know what Mux always said?
What?
Remember, get your brain out of the pickle jar. And if people got their brain out of the pickle jar more often, they'd go and get a flu shot.
That's right. Up next, we have Hagen with the school nurse talking about flu shot.
Hi, I'm Hagen, and I'm here today with Mrs. Vogie, our school nurse. Mrs. Vogie, how long have you been a nurse here at Logan?
This will be my second school year.
Nice. Ms. Vogie, what made you interested in becoming a school nurse?
I like helping people. I really like kids. and the hours Monday through Friday, with the summers off. I have 3 children myself, so having the summers off with them is really nice.
That's awesome. So a few weeks ago, the school had flu shots for staff and students who came in. Why do you think it's important for the school to provide the flu shot?
I think it's really good to aid in the prevention of spreading the flu if possible. It can be deadly to infants, elderly, and the immunocompromised.
Yep, for sure. Ms. Vogie, do you have any tips to prevent getting sick during the flu season?
The main one is hand washing. Wash your hands when you cough or sneeze. Be sure to cover your cough.
All right, Ms. Vogie, that's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hagen. Hey, Claire, you think the school nurse knows Joe?
Joe who?
Joe Esser! Now here's Hagen with Mr. Esser to talk about Veterans Day.
Hello, I'm Hagen Heaston here today with Mr. Esser talking about the Veterans Day program. Who is presenting the Veterans Day program this year, Mr. Esser?
We are lucky to have a former graduate of Logan High School, Quentin Waldron, who is currently in the Army National Guard.
That's awesome. Why is it important to the veterans that we celebrate this day to them?
Well, a lot of veterans, in one way or another, might feel that they're not appreciated for their service, regardless of what branch they're in or what they may have contributed. So this is our way of showing them, regardless of their length of duty or what their job was in the military, that we appreciate their efforts and their sacrifices for us as a nation and as a people.
Yep. Mr. Esser, what is the history we should all know about Veterans Day?
Well, it was established, I can't remember the exact year, but it mainly, again, to honor those people down through the years who have fought and died for the freedom that we so surely enjoy. And there's a tremendous price of life and limb and their own time and treasure that they had to give up in order to make the living we have today, the happiness that we experience here in this country, and the freedoms that we have.
Yep. Mr. Esser, why is letter writing so important to these veterans?
I think it gives the students some sense of what it was like to be a veteran, because I always show a video of war scenes or battles, so they kind of see just how bad it could get serving for our country. And it gives them a chance to express their appreciation, especially for how they are able to live now in this great life we have in America. And it involves them in a sense of patriotism also moving forward in their life.
Yep. Mr. Esser, last question here. How long have we been having the Veterans Day program?
Well, Miss Pat Diggins, started this over a dozen years ago, I think. And the program that we have today was through mainly her hard work and efforts, her time and talent. And she made it what it is today. After she retired, she passed the torch to me, and I haven't really added anything to it because she's done such a fine job. It kind of speaks for itself.
That's great. Thank you for your time, Mr. Esser.
Thank you, Hagen.
On behalf of the new sales and marketing class, we look forward to promoting a wide variety of Panther Pride happenings, and we would also like to say congratulations to the girls cross country team for getting first in state.
Thank you for keeping up with the Panthers, and as always, don't forget to share and subscribe, and see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.